Welcome to Nigeria, the land of legendary music, jollof rice debates, and prisons that double as survival boot camps. Here, incarceration isn't just a punishment, it's an extreme form of sport. Forget your Hollywood visions of rehabilitation centers with therapy sessions and orderly routines. Nigerian prisons are chaotic, overcrowded, and armed with food that could qualify as biochemical experiments. From daring prison breaks to infamous criminals who make crime thrillers look tame, these detention centers are as gritty as they are surreal. Brace yourselves for a deep dive into the underbelly of Nigeria's justice system, where the bars are metal, but the stories are larger than life.
Meat first, before eating the rice. Is it the best way? Yes. Okay.
Kirikiri Maximum Prison. Kirikiri Maximum Prison in Lagos is a prison well known for its overpopulation, with its population exceeding 3 times its capacity, forcing inmates to sleep on the floor and bathrooms. This prison is so bad that the stench at the prison forces some wardens to wear face masks. Kirikiri Maximum Prison is so overpopulated that a cell could hold up to 90 people. The prison is famously known for its inhumane treatment of inmates, which mainly includes malnutrition. For instance, the dogs in this prison are better fed than the prisoners themselves.
A non-convicted Nigerian who is presumed innocent in law, you feed that innocent who is presumed innocent with 750 naira a day at 250 naira per meal. And then a dog, which may be a Nigerian dog or an imported dog, you feed the dog with at least 800 naira a day. So a dog is better fed in Nigeria prison than an innocent Nigerian who is held in your custody. Whether it is the intention of government to appropriate more money to feed animals than to feed human beings.
Bribery and shady businesses run rampantly in this prison.
When we put, show me your hand, bring your hand to me, your arm, yeah? When we put all these tattoos in our hands, we call it being tough, right? We became a tough guy, yeah?
Let's say if you go to visit someone in this prison, you must pay a gate fee. And also, inmates have to pay for basic amenities, like seeing a doctor. This prison is big, congested, and filled with wardens who engage in bribery, massive brutality, and other shady businesses to make ends meet. Ikoyi Prison, Lagos. Ikoyi Prison is where colonial history meets modern chaos. Built to hold about 800 inmates, it now cramps over 3,000, turning what was once a symbol of British order into a pressure cooker of despair. The cells are damp, the walls are crumbling, and the air feels like a permanent sauna with a side of mildew. It's the kind of place where even ghosts would request a transfer. In 2022, Ikoyi became the setting for an escape attempt so wild it made international headlines. Prisoners set parts of the facility on fire, using chaos as cover to flee. The guards scrambled, inmates screamed, and the fire spread like a gossip thread gone viral. Abuja Prison, Kuje Correctional Center. If prisons were rated on drama, Kuje would win an Oscar. Officially built for 600 inmates, it frequently holds over 1,000, making it a dystopian theater of survival. The regular prisoners endure overcrowded cells, terrible food, and guards who have perfected the art of selective ignorance. Meanwhile, the VIP section could pass for a questionable Airbnb, with high-profile criminals like Namandi Kanu reportedly enjoying privileges that could include catering meals and air-conditioned cells. In 2022, Kuje was the site of one of Nigeria's most shocking prison breaks. Boko Haram fighters launched an audacious attack, blowing through gates and freeing over 600 inmates in a matter of just hours. The chaos was cinematic: explosions, gunfire, and prisoners scattering into the night like extras in an action movie. The government scrambled to explain how a maximum security facility became the set of an escape plan. Abuja edition. The only thing higher than Kuje's walls is its reputation for improbable escapes. Port Harcourt Prison, River State. Port Harcourt Prison is a masterpiece of misery. Designed for 800 inmates, it currently houses over 4,500, making overcrowding the least of its problems. Inmates sleep standing up, sitting down, or wherever they can find a square inch of space. The air inside is so stifling that you could think the architects were inspired by the pressure cookers instead of the blueprints. The prison has witnessed its fair share of horror stories, including a violent riot that destroyed parts of the facility. One of its infamous residents, Soboma George, a cat leader whose criminal empire ruled the streets of Port Harcourt before his capture. Life here isn't just difficult, it's a repetitive grind of survival in a space that feels more like a human petri dish than a correctional center. Port Harcourt doesn't just rehabilitate, it reminds you why you never want to return. Enugu Maximum Prison, Enugu State. Enugu Prison is where hope goes to die. Built for 500 inmates, but now home to over 2,000, this facility is a parody of justice. Well, they're as different as the walls themselves. The cells are so overcrowded that even cockroaches have started filing eviction notices. Enugu isn't without its own dark tales. Charles Oka, mastermind of the 2010 Independence Day bombing, once called this place home. If the outside world is chaotic, life inside Enugu feels like an infinite loop of suffering. The only thing scarier than the conditions, the realization that you are stuck there. Nigerian prisons aren't just facilities, they are purgatories where survival requires wit, endurance, and more than a little luck. From Kirikiri's sardine-like existence to Kuje's dramatic jailbreak, these prisons are a grim reflection of a justice system in need of serious repair. So the next time you find yourself complaining about bad traffic or an annoying boss, remember, somewhere in Nigeria, a prisoner is fighting for a square inch of space, dreaming of a meal that doesn't double down as an endurance challenge, and praying for a day when freedom doesn't feel like an impossible luxury. Stay out of trouble, my friends, because trust me, you don't want to end up in these halls of infamy.